Hello YouTubers and welcome to my channel. This is just going to be a small introduction video of my newest crawler, and it is a Ftx Geo. I got this a few days ago from the time of this recording, and I'm very happy with it. You do get a choice of 3 different colours. You get the blue, which is what this is. Second is a red, and the third is like a gunmetal grey colour. I chose the blue because my favourite colour is blue, so I chose the blue. And I'm very happy with the way this looks. I'm going to start with the controller and then work my way to the car itself. This controller is our 4-channel controller, and I'm very happy with it. There's not much to say about this, as it's a standard controller that you get with it. This has got lights on it where you can turn it on and off by this switch, which is channel 4, and there is indicators on here as well, and you can operate these indicators on there as well. But if you choose not to turn them on all the time, the indicators, they do come on as and when you turn left or right. They come on as normal indicators, but you can have them going all the time by using this switch here, which is channel 3. So that's the controller. The battery is a standard 2000 mAh NIMH battery, standard one, but I will be changing it to a LiPo battery. But on my first run, I will take it out on this battery to see the comparison between using this battery with it and a 2S LiPo battery. So my first one will be using this. You do get a USB charger for that battery, but you do need 4 AA batteries for this controller. So that's the controller and battery. Moving on to the car itself now. And as I say, I love the colour of it, like the way it looks, and I absolutely love it so far. The lights on it, you get the 2 front lights at the front and a lights bar on the roof as well. You can turn them on and off by using the switch on the controller. And you also, in there is indicators. Again, they come on when you turn left or right, or you can turn them on all the time using the switch on the controller that I showed. On the body shell as well, you do get a spare wheel, which matches the ones actually fitted and in use. So if you end up breaking one of these wheels, you do have a spare, which I quite like. Move on to the wheels and tyres now. The tyres feel quite soft and quite good, and I also like the look of the wheels as well. So I will be leaving them on for a while. Taking off the body shell. When you first take the body shell off, do be careful, as there is all different wires that you need to unplug before you take the body shell off. Before I completely put this to one side, the one thing I just remembered to mention is that on the bonnet, the body posts are actually missing. This is another feature that I like with this body shell and the car itself, is that the body posts at the front are missing, but you still get the 2 standard ones at the back through these little holes here. How you attach it at the front is just underneath the front lights. You attach it to the car underneath it through the wheel arch. And I like how they're hidden at the way, and so you don't get to see them whilst the body shell is actually on the car. That I really like. Pushing that to one side, moving on to the car. Apart from one item, all the rest of it is completely standard. The one thing I have changed already are the shock mounts and the body mounts just here. I have changed them from plastic to metal, simply because I want to give you a bit more strength over the plastic ones. So at the time of this recording, that is the only thing I have changed so far. The rest of it is completely standard at the box. I'm going to start with the receiver box, which is just under here. And it's in a sealed box, so hopefully that should be waterproof. I may find out in the future as and when I take it out. I might take it out through a couple of puddles but I haven't decided whether to or not, but the option is there if I wanted to. Moving on to the battery location for the battery. On my High Rock and my Fury that I've got and I've showed in the past, the battery tray is actually mounted at the back. Now they decided on this one to mount it at the front to keep all the weight at the front where I wanted it to be, and I'm very, very happy with that. So that comes as standard. Moving on to the steering servo. That I think is a 15 kilogram steering servo, and it's also waterproof as well, as and when I decide to take it through water. So I'm very happy with that. Again, with the shock mounts, like the back, I've upgraded them to metal just to give me more strength. The shocks are metal and they are fully adjustable as well, so I'm very happy with that comes as standard. Moving on to the motor, it is a 17 turn brushed motor. I might leave that one as standard, but I'll decide fully after my first test run of the motor to see how that performs with it. As far as I'm aware, that is the same motor that I've got in my High Rock and my Fury. I think my Fury. I think the Fury was a 20 turn motor, but on my High Rock that was certainly a 17 turn brush motor. But as I mentioned, I will leave this in here to see how it performs with the actual car itself and decide fully after that. Move on to the ESC, which sits just here. This is a Hellwing 1060 ESC for the brushed motor. Again, I will be changing this to a Hellwing 1080, but I will take it out for my first test run to see the difference between the 1060 and the 1080. With the 1080, I'm able to fully program it to the way I want it to perform, but I like to test this one before I change it over. Move on to the centre gearbox. Very similar to my High Rock, it is mounted in the centre for better weight distribution. But I said that properly. And that is connected to 3 drive shafts. One going to the rear drive shaft, to the rear axle. One going to the front. And you've got one in the centre, just underneath the battery tray, going to the spur gear, and that is connected to the pin gear, which is then on the brush motor. And I'm very happy with that design, very pleased with that. And I'm also very happy with the red diff covers as well. I very much like that. So that is my small in-depth tour. As and when I take it out, I will record it to see how it performs as well. As I mentioned, the only thing I've done to this so far is just a shock mount, just to give me more strength. And I'd like to see how this ESC performs as well when on my first outing. After that, I will be changing it to a Hellwing 1080. So that is my Ftx Geo, and hope you enjoyed it, and thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.